Hi, hello, it's me, Jarrell. So, I've been working on finishing up a couple new titles. There'll be smaller titles that I'll be able to launch on a number of platforms, modern platforms, and legacy platforms as well. So, my upcoming game, Galaxy Drifter, is targeting the PC via Steam, Nintendo Switch, Atari VCS, and I'm making ports for legacy platforms like the Sony PSP, Vita, the DS, Lynx, and other platforms that I want to just test and sort of it's a learning experience for me as well. So say for example like the Game Boy Advance, I'll make a version for the Game Boy Color as well. But to get to the matter of the topic is funding for Breath of Thunder. I know there's so many of you out there that still want Breath of Thunder despite the fact that we only reached 50% of our Kickstarter campaign. I still am very proud of what we all accomplished, and I'm so glad to hear from all of you, and I want to thank all of you for expressing your support for Breath of Thunder, and I certainly don't want to let you down. So here is the plan. I am preparing to launch another round of crowdfunding on Indigogo, which will allow for flexible funding. But before I launch that, I want to have something playable for you guys that's a little bit more. So we have the playable teaser out to give people a sense of the vibe. It's a vibe check teaser, it's not a playable demo, and that's because when it comes to demos, people expect there to be a lot, and if there is not a lot of content in a demo, people will judge the game very poorly, and you need to have a significant amount of polish for a demo, and I don't have time for that, as I need to keep launching games to support my studio financially, so I don't even have, I would need like a month even to get a great, impressive, polished demo, which is why I've not launched a demo. I call it a vibe check teaser. But something that I announced when I refreshed our objectives and our mission statement for our first attempt at crowdfunding, something that I announced was a smaller side story for Breath of Thunder. So when I bring Breath of Thunder to legacy platforms like the Jaguar, Saturn, Dreamcast, PSP, and DS, would not be the same full massive adventure that you would get in the base game of Breath of Thunder. It would be a side story, and that smaller side story would be called Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom. It would take place entirely on one continent, so it's a significantly smaller adventure. It has a smaller cast of characters, it has a smaller story, but it's still a great RPG experience with all the sense of adventure and complexity that you would expect out of an RPG. So, what I want to work on is a version of Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom. I would create this version using RPG Maker 2003, and the reason being is that I can actually deploy that to the Nintendo 3DS. Now, I had mentioned before that I can't develop homebrew for the 3DS because I am a registered 3DS developer, so it wouldn't legally be very good for me to create and launch homebrew games for the 3DS and distribute them out of the eShop. But in this situation, I'm not actually creating the homebrew portion of that. I'm creating a base game in RPG Maker 2003, and there's an application called Easy RPG, which is made and maintained by other people, so they are actually doing the homebrew portion, and Easy RPG lets you run my game on the 3DS, so you will be able to play that on your 3DS. You will also be able to play it on things like these Anbernic devices. If you have a retro handheld device, you'll be able to play Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom on that. But again, this is just one version of Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom. I want to make versions that are unique to the PSP, NDS, and other platforms as well. I won't be able to target every platform with RPG Maker 2003. So for things like the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, I would potentially, if we do reach those platforms, then I would make exclusive specific versions of that. So the reason why I want to make Forgotten Kingdoms first, I won't have the full Forgotten Kingdoms launched. I would launch a demo of that. So it would be give people just a good chance to step into the world of Breath of Thunder. They can spend time listening to the music. They can see what the vibe, the graphics, the characters, and the story, and what the combat is all about. And that is something that I can develop very quickly. I grew up using RPG Maker, but for Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom, I would be creating all of the graphics from the ground up, and it would match the graphical style of the modern core Breath of Thunder game, I would be using music from the core Breath of Thunder game, so it saves me development time as well. So please look forward to that. Let me know if you are interested in playing Forgotten Kingdom. It will come to more than just, Easy RPG can work on many things like have it embedded in the web browser. So you don't necessarily need to play Forgotten Kingdom on your 3DS or Vita or what have you. I will have that embedded in a browser so you can just play that on your phone even or on your PC. So I'm going to be working on that over the next week, and when I have a demo ready for Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom, again, which is a side story, it's not the same game as the full core Breath of Thunder. When I have that ready, I'm going to start preparing the next round of crowdfunding through Indigogo. So again, thank you all of you for expressing your interest in the game, and I hope you look forward to the Indigogo campaign. Let's just see how much we can raise in terms of funding there. Again, I'm not entirely sure how much we will raise there, but I can't afford to work on Breath of Thunder full time until I have more and more of my current games in development. I need those launched, I need them selling and earning revenue so that my studio is financially stable. Then at that point I'll be able to work on Breath of Thunder full time, but the crowdfunding absolutely will help towards that goal. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and please look forward to Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom. Again, I'll be sharing more details about that very soon, and hopefully when we launch the campaign, we will have Forgotten Kingdom ready for people to play so that when they see the campaign, they can see what the core spirit of Breath of Thunder will be like. Okay, thanks for coming to check in. Take care, everyone. I'll see you around.